and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Winter nights to start from 29 November 2022. Salam Air introduces the second destination in Thailand. The Mainet Islands Nature Reserve, a perfect tourist destination for its biodiversity. Ambassadors blow conch shells to herald India's G20 presidency. 7 dead, including 3-week-old infant, in landslide in Italy's Ischia Island. Plane crashes into power lines in Montgomery County in US. FIFA World Cup news: we had good moments, failed to clear chances, says Belgium manager after loss to Morocco. Sensational Spain play 1-1 draw against gutsy Germany. Those were the headlines. Now for the local stories for the day. Winter Nights is a mega festival organized by the SME Authority to promote unique local products from various sectors. This 5-day gala will begin on the 29th of November and continue till the 3rd of December at Al Moj Golf. You can join them to experience exciting nights filled with entertainment, great food and lots more. To strengthen and enhance air connectivity with one of Sultanate's favorite destinations, Oman's value-for-money airline Salam Air has announced the introduction of a direct flight between Muscat and Bangkok with 3 flights per week beginning on December 18, 2022. Flights from Muscat depart on Sundays, Tuesdays and Fridays, while return flights from Bangkok are scheduled for Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. The route serves the high demand for leisure tourism on both sides. Bangkok is Salam Air's second destination in Thailand. With the introduction of Bangkok, travelers have an excellent opportunity to make the most of their vacation. They may choose to book their flight to Phuket and return from Bangkok or vice versa. The new destination in its network marks the airline's further expansion into Southeast Asia. The route has seen strong demand for both outbound and inbound flights. For people living in Oman and those wanting to take connecting flights, it is a convenient non-stop flight to Bangkok for a dream holiday, shopping, relaxation or medical tourism purposes. The Mainet Islands Nature Reserve in South Albatana Governorate is a tourist destination for visitors and diving enthusiasts. The Mainet Islands Nature Reserve is a national treasure due to its biodiversity, geography and natural ingredients. The reserve is distinguished by its picturesque landscapes which are of national and regional importance. The reserve is an archipelago that includes 9 islands off the coast of the vilayats of Sib and Barka. The reserve consists of limestone rocks and coral reefs, and there are rocky slopes sloping towards the sea. These slopes extend into the water at a depth of 20 to 25 meters. From the south, there are shallow sandy cliffs surrounded by prominent coral range. The Mainet Islands Nature Reserve is characterized by biodiversity, as there are 15 species of wild plants which contribute to making the islands a habitat for birds. About the statistics of visitors in the Mainet Island Nature Reserve, Al-Sadi explains that the number of visitors to the reserve during the last 5 years amounted to 216,000, approximately 39,000 visitors annually, while it did not exceed 17,000 visitors annually before the past 5 years. The indicators show the highest number of visitors is expected to be recorded, prompting the Environment Authority to make more efforts to protect the natural components in the presence of these number of visitors. The authority also praises the awareness of tourism companies and diving companies operating within the reserve and is keen to ensure that visitors to the reserve get the best experience by visiting the reserve and seeing its natural components, as Sadi said. Visitors to the reserve can engage in fishing, tourism, diving and camping activities after obtaining an entry permit to the reserve to practice the aforementioned activities. Those are the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
You listen.
You talk. We listen.
You got something to say? We want to hear it.
95.4 in Muscat.
And 91 in Salalah.
Music, news, views, and everything in between.
TFM.
TFM.
Let's talk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. As India is set to assume the G20 presidency on December 1st, the ambassadors and heads of missions of G20 nations on November 26th blew conch shells at the Swaraj Dweep in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Amitabh Kant, the G20 Sherpa of India, shared the video of G20 ambassadors blowing the conch shell in the Andamans on Twitter. While sharing the video on the microblogging site, Amitabh Kant said the following: "Embarking on our G20 presidency with the auspicious Shankhnad, blowing the conch shell with ambassadors and heads of missions of G20 countries at the Swaraj Dweep in the Andamans. A special briefing of the resident heads of international organizations was held at Swaraj Dweep in Andaman Nicobar Islands on Saturday, the Ministry of External Affairs said in a press release. More than 40 missions and international organizations participated in the program. A detailed briefing was given by the G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant and Harsh Shringla, the chief coordinator of the G20 summit, which is slated to take place in India this year. Kant recalled Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement at the G20 Bali summit that India's presidency will be inclusive, ambitious, decisive and action-oriented. During the briefing, the delegates discussed priorities in areas like public digital goods and digital infrastructure, climate action, climate finance and technology collaborations, clean, sustainable, just and affordable energy transition, accelerated progress on sustainable development goals, women-led development and multilateral reforms. Apart from the briefing, delegates also participated in a yoga session and beach cleaning activity. Delegates also visited the historic cellular jail at Port Blair, where a large number of unsung heroes were imprisoned for the cause of freedom struggle. The visit concluded with a cultural program by local artists. 7 people have been killed and 5 are feared missing after a landslide struck a densely populated port city on Italy's Ischia Island on Sunday, a US-based media publication said. The deceased included a 3-week-old infant and a pair of young siblings who died as a result of getting buried under debris. Several people are likely to be buried under the mud and debris in Casamacciola, a commune in the metropolitan city of Naples in the Italian region Campania, located in the northern part of Ischia Island. The landslide was so massive that it collapsed many buildings and pushed vehicles into the sea, according to sources. Mud and water tend to fill every space, Luca Cari, the spokesman for Italian firefighters, said. Our teams are searching with hope, even if it is very difficult. Landslides remain a worry in the town's highest point, near where heavy rain dislodged a portion of rock, forcing search workers to enter on foot. According to officials, the island experienced 126 millimeters of rain in 6 hours, the greatest rainfall in 20 years. The calamity was aggravated by construction in high-risk regions in the hilly island, which is also in a seismically active zone. The death toll is likely to rise further as search operations are underway. A widespread power outage was seen after a small plane crashed into the power lines of Montgomery County in the U.S. state of Maryland on Sunday night, sources reported, citing the local authorities. The plane crash resulted in electricity cutoff that affected over 90,000 homes and businesses throughout Montgomery County, which is equivalent to 1/4 of the county facing the outage. However, no one was injured in the incident. The crash took place nearby a commercial area due to rainy weather. However, its causes yet remains unknown. One estimate indicates that the plane may have hit lines as high as 10 stories up. That could not be immediately confirmed. The investigation of the plane crash is underway. Those are the international stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with sports news. Stay tuned.
You listen.
You talk, we listen.
You got something to say? We want to hear it.
95.4 in Muscat.
And 91 in Salalah.
Music, news, views, and everything in between.
TFM.
TFM.
Let's talk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the sports news. Following his side's loss to Morocco in their FIFA World Cup Group F match, Belgium manager Roberto Martinez said that the first goal by the opponents affected the outcome heavily and his side failed to convert their chances into goals. Late goals by Abdelhamid Sabiri and Zakaria Abdulklal powered Morocco to a 2-0 win over Belgium in a Group F match being played at Al Thamama Stadium. This turned out to be yet another upset of FIFA World Cup 2022. It is a difficult result. The first goal affected the outcome a lot. It is a dead ball. We could not get our game going, and it's a game we need to understand. We need to react into the next game. That is what happens in the World Cup. The situation at the free kick was the way we have been defending for 6 years. It is a good ball, but it has nothing to do with our setup, Martinez said. We had good moments but could not get clear chances. We had a couple of half opportunities, and if you allow the goal to be conceded, it changes the game radically. That is when we lost our composure and could not get ourselves in the final third with more thought. The game got away from us after conceding the goal, he said. Morocco now has 4 points in 2 matches they have played so far, with the previous match against Croatia being a draw. On the other hand, the European side has 3 points in 2 games with 1 win and 1 defeat. Surprisingly, the European side had the bulk of the possession, having 67% of its compared to Morocco, who had just had 33%. The Belgium team had 3 shots on target, while Morocco had 4. Spain played an enthralling 1-1 draw after leading against Germany in a dramatic finish in the Group E match at the Al Bayt Stadium in the ongoing FIFA World Cup on Monday. Spain were leading with Alvaro Morata's goal until the 82nd minute and were almost at the cusp of their second win in the tournament before Niklas Füllkrug turned up to score for Germany, helping the 4-time champions avoid the embarrassment of consecutive losses. The second half saw both teams stepping in with no change to their lineups, with both teams determined to break the deadlock. Both teams had a chance to score another goal, but none found success as they settled for a draw. Spain held on to the top spot in the group with a draw, while Germany opened its account in the points table. However, the 4-time champions found themselves at the bottom of the table with just 2 games remaining. An action-packed first half between Spain and Germany ended with a scoreline of 0-0 at the Al Bayt Stadium in a crucial Group B match at the ongoing FIFA World Cup. The half saw Spain controlling the initial play, with Germany finding it difficult to get possession of the ball in the initial minutes. German players kept chasing the ball, with Spain controlling the midfield through Pedri and Gavi. Germany were ahead of Spain for a brief moment as Antonio Rudiger ventured offside by just half a torso after heading the ball into the net in the 40th minute, much to the German fans' disappointment. Spain counter-attacked in the 41st minute but could not reach the German box as the opponent defenders filled the box in defence. A live wire in the field, Rudiger made a thumping effort on a volley in the 45th minute but failed to find the back of the net. Spain was knocking on the door quite loudly after a corner through Gavi in the dying minutes on the first half, but were denied a chance at the goal as the German defenders cleared the ball. Those are the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.